Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugger and I am coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. And we're continuing our run, but before we do, something to quick say. I have noticed that Jazzy Cat has uploaded a new trailer mod, an update, and a new traffic mod or two. And so when we're done with this run, I'm probably going to go. I don't know if I will right away. I will go and download those mods and install them here, but because that will change the game and the game will read it as a change, it'll probably reset us back to our home garage. I may not be able to help that. So yeah, keep that in mind after we finish this run. We may end up starting from home again. I'm not overly fond of that, but I can understand why it does it. So, but that's just something for the future. I may be sniffing a lot. My allergies aren't bad, but um, getting a little bit more volume. Yeah, there we go. Really, dude? Thank you. Yeah, I still got to get on to cleaning my computer. I only did like a patch spray today, but it's also finding a good time, so I really don't want to inconvenience my wife when I clean it, because it causes a bit of a dust cloud. It caused actually a pretty big dust cloud, and it really bothers her when that happens, so I try not to do that. I look for a time where hopefully it's a little bit more convenient for me to do. But I still gotta get it done. Whoa! That was a little close. So, car letting me in, that's good. So it's 6 in the morning, so this will be a day run. 624 kilometers. This will be the end of this trip today. Most definitely. I still gotta link my review video to Reddit. But I've been taking it easy today. I went and got some laundry done because it was needed. Tomorrow I'm going to try if the lawnmower is set up. I try not to mess with it too much because where I used to be really good with things like lawnmowers, now it seems like when I touch them I have a tendency to break them. But in and around the um, our clothesline needs to be cut, and I'd hopefully like to be able to get some more laundry done, which I may have a chance tomorrow, but it all depends um, on how I feel after mowing, because at my size it's not going to be easy. It's going to be fairly difficult. I'm going to have to keep a chair close by where I can sit periodically and rest. I'm going to need that. Really, really important that I get that, because otherwise I put myself in bad situations. So anyways, let's see, what else? Can't think of much right now. Yeah, I'm getting so many little loading spikes that I never get before. Yeah, I really gotta clean up this computer soon. Yeah, my mother-in-law is not feeling well right now. I was like, why is the bar not going on? Because you have to press enter, ding dong. So yeah, my mother-in-law's not feeling well. She went and got vaccination shots yesterday, and she came home and she ended up in tremendous pain in her shoulder. I mean, crying. It was so bad, kind pain, which apparently is not common when you get shots, but it's something that's not uncommon either. It does happen, and it actually can be really bad, but fortunately it only seemed to last that night and has faded, and she's doing better pain-wise. She also ended up with a low-grade fever around 101, I think. I guess actually that's mid-range, but her fever's come down, the pain seems to be gone, she's doing better. But it was a tough night last night for her. And it was a tough night for my wife too, who was, you know, really worried about her mom. I personally don't like getting like flu shots, because every time I get a flu shot, I get the freaking flu. No joke, I think I've gotten the flu shot twice, and both times I've gotten the flu shot, I've gotten sick with the flu. It's humorous and not at the same time. Oh, too fast, too fast. Wow. Wow, that was a huge freeze. I haven't had something like that happen in a while. It froze to the point that I thought the game was gonna crash. Kid you not. It just stopped. That was real bad. So that definitely called for a restart there. Restart of the recording. I said 80. I knew that was going to happen, to be honest with you. I saw the speed sign and I was coming up to this tunnel in kind of a townish, busy area, and I was like, that's probably going to have a camera, but it's alright. We're heading for the home port now. I don't know if I'm going to keep driving this DAF. I'm going to be honest with you. Chances are no. Chances are I'll want to switch over to the Volvo again. And chances are that I will, especially after I download and install the new trailer pack, because I'm already going to be at my home garage anyways, most likely. Too fast again. We're cruising it now. No problem, man. No problem whatsoever. We're just bombing along. I mean, we had the issue with the tunnel switch and all that, but that was it. Yeah, I better slow it down. Yeah, this corner looks a little intimidating, although I slowed down a little too much. And there were speed cameras there. No surprise, to be honest with you. I wonder how they're going to handle speeding in American Truck Simulator. I really do, because well, there aren't speed cameras in the United States. You know, anyone who gets pulled over or anyone who gets in trouble for speeding has been pulled over by police, either being followed or having you know, police get you with radar in a speed trap. So it makes me wonder how they're going to handle that. I'm a little spaced out today. That's just how things are. didn't even do much on Eve today. I hardly did anything. I logged in and I did a little bit of mining with my, I'd like to say with my corporation, but there was hardly anyone there mining to begin with. We still managed to do we still managed to do like over 600,000 meters cubed of ore, which, considering how few miners there were, that's actually pretty good. I don't know how many miners may have been on before I got there, but such is as such is. I need to be careful with my new headset. I've noticed a couple things with it that does bother me a little bit. Number one is the wires. The wires are long. Man, I'm just like trying to go too fast, I think. Yeah, but the wires on the headset are really long. Now, the longer wires on my when I had my Megalodons wasn't so much of an issue because I could tuck the wire away from me behind one of my monitors, and I only had to, I'm sorry, my allergies. I only had to run it out far enough to where it sat on the pedestal of one of my monitors. I have two monitors. And, excuse me for just a second. Let's see if that helps. So, yeah, and then the pedestal is far enough away that the wire I could dangle down the edge of the table and then back up to me, and it wasn't an issue. Well, with this, the sound card portion is really small, and it's actually got a clip to pin it to you. And because of that, the wire from the headphones to the card is like really long, and it overlaps and lays around. But that's not the worst part about it. The worst part about it is the wire that leads, the USB wire that leads from the sound card to the computer. It's like stupidly, and I kid you not, stupidly long. At least in my opinion. There's some people that may appreciate it. I'm sorry. Alright, let's try that again. So, I mean, I could almost stand on the other side of my room and play from over there. I don't know how many people have need of that much leeway in a wire, and I mean, the way it's set up, I'm sitting at my computer. If I let this all just dangle to the floor, the sound card, the little clip, ends up on the floor. That's how long it is. So I know I'm kind of all over the place. So that's really a pain sometimes. I end up wrestling with the wires, trying not to get tangled and trying not to let them interfere with what I'm doing. And it's not always easy. I'm not used to it yet, but I love the headphones. I wish it was a little more like the Krakens that I got my nephew, although I haven't been able to give them to him yet because he's not here at the moment. The microphone on the Kraken's retractable. You can actually like collapse it down. Alright, we're good. But yeah, you can collapse the headphones down. On mine, the microphone's removable. So I can unplug and plug in the headphones as needed. And I can understand why they did that, because the microphone placement on this set is in a place where the microphone boom doesn't have to be too long to get in a good position near your mouth where you can get good sound quality out of it. However, that means that I can't easily put the microphone out of the way. Like with my Megalodons, just I could just twist the microphone up, and the microphone was on a pivot, so I could twist it up and it would go along with the curve of the earphones themselves, and all would be well, as it would be up and out of the way. And with my nephews, he'll just be able to that's good. My nephew will just be able to push the microphone back and it'll collapse down. With this, like if I'm eating or, I have no use of it, I have to like pull the microphone out and then set it aside, which, is something that can also get lost if you're not careful. I'm going to be very careful for a while, but as I get used to having this, I tend to be a little careless. So I'm a little concerned about that. But then again, I also have 4-year protection plan that everything's covered. So if I can't find the microphone, I can get it replaced. So that would be okay. But I don't want it to happen because it'd be a major inconvenience. These allergies, man. I hate them so much. Why must there be allergies? Why must there be stuff that makes you miserable like this? There is, as you can tell, and hopefully it's working, a shut-off function for my microphone where I can, on the little USB card, I can click the microphone off and it mutes the microphone. However, there's no indication that the microphone is turned off. With most headsets that I've had, even cheaper ones, there's always been an indicator when you shut the microphone off. Not all of them have it, but a lot of them do. Now, for a headset that cost, was $100 on Amazon, normally 150. Normally, you think you get some kind of little LED or something indicator that your microphone is off. There's not. It's just the switch. And like with my old headset, my Megalodons, you push a button and it turns the microphone off. And the button lights up red when the microphone's off. So there is a couple things I'm not overly fond of these new headphones, but then again, I don't think anyone likes anything completely. But what I do like is everything else. The fit, the feel, the noise suppression when I put them on. It's very quiet, which is good and bad. My wife talks to me sometimes, and she, and this is going to be for as long as I own these headphones, probably. I can't always hear her, or I don't realize she's talking to me, and I know that can get frustrating for her, so I need to be a little more attentive about that if I can. But otherwise, it's really good. It just keeps a lot of the outworld sounds, out. Yesterday they felt really tight on my head, but today I think maybe they've stretched out a little bit. They feel more comfortable. My head's not sore, my ears aren't sore, so that's really good. And I gotta say, the sound quality is amazing. The sound quality in this headset is absolutely unbelievable. If I turn the volume up, I can actually hear a lot of sounds that I never used to before. Maybe because the Megalodons didn't have the range, or maybe because the Megalodons, they have smaller drivers, smaller magnets for the earphones. The Hyperclouds have 56 or 53 millimeter, and I think the Megalodons are 43 or 46 or something like that. They're in the 40s, maybe even less, but I think they're around the 40s. Here we go again, way up too high in speed. Let's see what else. Oh, but yeah, the range just sounds like when I'm playing Eve, I usually turn the volume up a little bit more now because of all the different sounds I can hear, all the little different details. And on my Megalodons, I never truly liked the 7.1 surround sound function. It just didn't feel right to me. It was a little bit quieter and it was a more ambient sound to it. My wife likes it. She's actually torn between the stereo and the 7.1 at times because the 7.1, she says it's more like, you know, a broad sound, and the stereo is louder and more in your ear kind. I personally just never liked the 7.1 sound function on the Megalodons. On these, I'm never turning it off. I've tried. I've done a few different games with a few different things. Oh, I've got to sneeze. Hang on. Let's see if it happens. Nope. And now I got to sniff. That's been happening a lot too. I go to sneeze and it just doesn't sneeze. But I tried on various games where I turned the 7.1 off and played, and I turned it on, and you actually hear more with the 7.1 on the HyperX. And this one, the 7.1, to me is a definite. Do I get a speeding ticket? No! I thought I did. That was just a loan coming in. Again, I'm sorry. I try not to do that with the microphone on. But, I mean, I know I sniff a lot anyways, but it's just doubly bad with my allergies. But, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the 7.1 is, you know, whereas I was unsold on it on the Megalodons, on this one, man, you hear so much more, you hear much more detail, you hear a lot of smaller sounds that you normally wouldn't hear, a lot of background sounds, and it really does feel directional. You know, when I'm playing Diablo, to give you the best example, when I'm playing Diablo, they have treasure goblins, and you can hear the treasure goblin laugh before you see him. You hear this little like, "Hey" or "Hurry," something like of that nature. If you don't play the game, I can't describe it. You know, go YouTube treasure goblin and see if it's out there. But you can hear it laugh. You can hear it laugh before you see it. With my Megalodons, the only thing I could tell is if it was left or right of me because I'd hear it in my left or right ear. I didn't use the surround sound function. Even with the surround sound function, I really couldn't tell. With these, and the funniest part, you know, you only have 2 speakers, but with these, I can tell if the goblin's to the left or right. I can also tell if he's in front or behind me. And I can also tell if he's at an angle in front or behind me, left or right. So I literally have a 360 sense of direction with the headphones on, according to the audio. So is this another quarry delivery? Looks that way. So, we really don't want to go more than this. Yeah, so I'm like completely sold on the 7.1. The 7.1 light on my headphones, the functionality is never going to be turned off, ever. Unlike my Megalodons where I never turn them on. The cool thing about the Megalodons is you could actually adjust each and every speaker, which is maybe one reason why I didn't, because when you turn on the 7.1, you can adjust the different speakers for different loudness. So that could possibly be. Now, even though it only used two speakers, it's just you could adjust the volume. It's kind of hard to say unless you see it for yourself. But you could adjust the volume for each direction. And you could even adjust the bass. You can turn up the bass or turn it down, which is a really nice function. You can't fine-tune that on these, but you don't have to. Come on. Come on. There we go. We're good. We get another level. Another point in our ADR. We're just going to rest here in the quarry. There's no point going much further. So, you know, that's really cool for sure. That happened, but even with all the speakers turned up full and then turning the headphones up to full, on the Megalodons, I could turn all the way up to full and listen to it. Me being a dumbass, in the most spectacular way, yeah, same thing. In the most spectacular way, I immediately turned my headphones all the way up on this, turned on my Winamp all the way up, and temporarily went deaf. These are really loud. They're the loudest headphones by far that I've ever owned, and I absolutely love it. I doubt I'll ever listen to them a full blast with like the volume on the headphones turned all the way up, and then whatever I'm listening to turned all the way up. If I don't want my eardrums anymore, maybe, but not anymore otherwise. So, I actually really like that though, because it means I can turn my music way up and not like tap it out and wish I had a little bit more volume. That's not going to happen with these. But we finished our run. We got our reward. Let's see what we take if it leaves us here. And if I don't switch back to the Volvo. Let's just see what... well, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. So this would be the closest town. Actually, it would be here, but we haven't been there. And we can't choose there. So this would be the closest that I can get to. Or the closest I can look at. Price. Oh, there's nothing truly staggering on that first page. A lot of lumber, logs. This we're in a logging town. Look. Spare parts, lumber. And you got to go all the way back here to find a 68-ton train, which I might have just taken just to pit the DAF against that heavy of a load. But and it's a short run. That'd be one video. But when I download the new trailer mod, like I said, it's probably going to reset us home. So that's actually probably what I take just to pit the DAF against it. But it's it's probably not going to matter. But that's going to be me done for this episode, folks. I'm sorry for the times that I sniffed with the microphone on. I had to keep clicking the microphone off to clear my nose. Uh, like I said, it doesn't truly bother me, my allergies, during the day like this because I'm just used to it. Only that one time, I think it was Saturday, did they get really bad. And I was like, yeah, I really should have medicine at this point. But it's when I record that it's like, you really should have medicine so you can stop this and record without all this fuss. But I'm really stubborn that way. So I'll probably just have to keep apologizing for a very, 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 very long time. But that's going to be me done for this episode, folks. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe if you'd like. Otherwise, this is going to be one big bugger. I'm going to be signing out. I'll see you next time.